Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. You're joining the Awesome Foursome back together as a awesome foursome for a special podcast where we're going to be looking at the Grand Theft Auto 6, the second trailer of it, and we're going to be breaking it down, and we're going to be chatting about some other stuff as well. You know that we can barely stay on one subject without going off on multiple tangents. That's just how we do it on the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. Before we get going, let's do some introductions. Hello, Russ.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir to you too, sir. Hello, Duncan.
Hello.
And
How's
hello,
everyone?
Candies.
Hello, Candies.
And hello, Dan.
1 second, Tom. I've got something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Recording in progress.
That's what I've got to say.
Ah,
Hello,
okay.
Tom. How you
Recording
doing?
in progress.
I'm doing good.
Tom,
I
do
feel
you want
like,
to do the intro again?
I feel like my
Nah.
civil
Hello,
civil
everyone.
liberties are being impinged upon right now with all this recording. Yeah, with that note, I am Tom. So as I said, we're going to be taking a look at the latest trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6, which came out, I think, a couple days ago, was it? A few days ago?
Yeah.
And I would have to say that these guys, Russ, Dan, and Duncan, are definitely bigger fans, probably, of Grand Theft Auto 6 and the Grand Theft Auto series than I am. I have played most of them, but I'm looking forward to hearing their insights and what they think is going to be coming, because these are the dudes that know what this shit is about. So let's keep it top line, guys. Give me an elevator pitch for what you think GTA 6 is going to be. 30 seconds, go.
Crime.
Mainly farming simulator.
I think there might be an element of that in this one, by the way. I genuinely think there might be an element
It
of farming
does look
simulator in this.
like there's going to be some more of the like RPG elements that were in San Andreas coming back in a different way. Like you can see that the Jason guy has about 20 different haircuts throughout the trailer. So and like it's like, you know, in like San Andreas you had to go to the gym and work out if you wanted to bulk up, and you know you'd get really skinny if you didn't go to the gym every now and then, stuff like that. There's just some like little bits and bobs like that, but it looks like there's going to be some more of those kind of elements.
I think you can go fishing. Probably
Looks
gator
like you
hunting
definitely
as
go
well.
fishing.
Oh, yeah, almost certainly gator hunting. I like that.
Cool. So that was your 30 seconds. So apparently Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be farming, a little bit of hair cutting, some working out in the gym, and possibly some fishing. So there you go. You heard it here first on the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast.
That's what you want from these. You just want rich detail that you don't have to really bother with, but is there.
Yeah.
And also what you don't like, if it pops up with a online multiplayer only message on the next trailer, then I'm going to explode. But I don't.
No
think
way.
it looks like
There's
that.
no way they'll do that. No fucking way.
No.
Otherwise,
So
they just carry on with GTA Online, which is making them, like, fucking letting them print money as it is anyway.
Yeah.
Do we think there's going to be crime in it?
Maybe a
I
bit.
think that's
Not in my
pretty obvious.
I think there's going to be sexy time as well.
Do we think there will
The bum
be
physics are
firearms?
great.
Yeah,
the
the butt physics is looking awesome. Do we think there will be firearms?
Maybe.
Well, Phil Cassidy's back.
Okay, good. And what about that's a good one. That might be the most underrated joke of the episode, actually, Russ. There.
That wasn't a joke.
No, but it was still quite funny, and it came in at almost like sounding like a joke. So I was just giving you some.
Well, I did
Phil
enjoy the
Cassidy's the
TV
guy that
ad.
runs the gun shops in
Yeah.
GTA
Yeah.
3, I think, and he's also in.
Vice.
He's in Vice City, isn't he?
Yeah, sure he is.
Do we
But-
think there will be cars in this game
Well, it
I
looks
mean,
like
you'd
there's
have
going to
to
be aeroplanes as well.
and
What I-
helicopters?
What I really enjoyed, it's the small bit where, and it's so on the nose of going, this is Miami, is the football team top of the Vice City
Manatees. Yes.
which is exactly the Miami Dolphins
It is
strip.
yeah, exactly.
It is brilliant, and I was like, yeah, on the nose, and I love it.
So it does like so. This one, so obviously you've got two. They must both be playable characters. You have these, you know, Jason and Lucia.
No, I will not play as a woman in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh
Ross. How
God!
dare you?
If that wipes
can't
out
wait
everyone
to-
that's whinged about that and they don't play it, oh, that'd be awesome.
Do you know
I
what would
can't
be
wait
even
to
better?
play as a woman.
I hope she's fucking trans. I really do. That would be fucking great.
But so this is like
Keep your woke agenda out of this.
GTA's never
Stop
really,
making Star Wars political.
It's never really approached like relationships before, like romantic relationships. You've had like, father-son dynamics a bit in GTA 5 and sort of.
Are you saying that
dynamics.
Trevor and what's her name is not a good romantic
so like-
relationship?
Or Trevor and the cuddly toy.
So this is one of the areas where GTA has always been on the more puerile side, and like the girlfriends that you could get in San Andreas, it was a bit clunky and a bit cheesy and a bit ridiculous. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they actually you've got effectively a couple is the playable character. That's going to be really interesting to see how they do that, and hopefully they'll be able to treat it with a bit of maturity.
So if you're playing as a couple, one of the things I liked the most about GTA 5 was when you switched between characters, there was that lovely moment where it zoomed out and then zoomed back in. If they're a couple, they're going to be spending quite a lot of time together, I would imagine. So it's just, I can imagine it sort of out of the garage where the guy might be tinkering with the car, and then into the not wanting to play to unwoke stereotypes, but to the kitchen where she might be making a sandwich. I don't know. Like,
what happens, Tom, when you go to another character? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
and then
I mean, they might just do it slightly differently. There's plenty of reasons why they could be.
There's a camera noise.
He's off doing one thing, she's off doing another thing. Or it'll be that thing like you're on a mission together and you just abruptly switch from one person to another.
Quite like that. I quite like.
He's off at the hardware store. She's buying curtains.
I was thinking that like it might be quite funny if like it's done through a phone call. So you literally phone them and then they answer the phone. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm just at the grocer's, just picking up some supplies, and it turns out like he's at a strip club or something like that, and that kind of thing, like full on Tony Soprano.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing some crime, but really, the haberdasher
playing Warhammer.
Playing Warhammer.
Yeah,
basically at Hobbycraft, buying a Messerschmitt ME262 model.
I'll tell you what I want in this game: a full tabletop simulator with a variety selection of board games. That's what I want, because it's the kind of shit they do. Like for the longest time, GTA 5 was like the best tennis simulator. Like
the tennis in GTA 5 is really good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So's the golf, though.
Yeah,
the golf in GTA 5 was awesome.
All these games are amazing. They do such a great job.
So I have relatively recently 100%ed GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. So I've gone through all the mini games and stuff. It was they were. I think the tennis was properly enjoyable.
The fishing will be good as well. Have they done that before?
Trying to remember, like there was a period in the early 2000s where every game had a fishing mini game in it. Every single game.
A lot of the recent Far Cry's have had fishing as a. Far Cry 5 had it.
I don't think you have been able to really do fishing in GTA 5.
You've been like hunting.
There are survival games where those are mechanics, like The Forest has fishing in it, and The Forest.
Did they not? Yeah, there'll definitely be the hunting part from. They'll just take that straight from Red Dead.
Oh, there'll be pretty much everything that was in all the other games plus.
Oh, I need to get back into Red Dead Redemption 2. I got kind of like a third of the way through it, and it was just like, oh my god! Like I've been playing this for days, days and days.
I never finished it because you'd just you're moseying along, and then like you just see a wisp of smoke in the distance. You're like, well, I'll go and check out what that is then. And then like 45 minutes later, you get there, and something happens. It's so easy to get sidetracked.
I absolutely loved the stumbling across the house of that quite clearly incestuous inbred couple who would try to kill you. They'd poison you and then dump you out the back of their house after robbing you, and then you can come back and like take bloody vengeance on them. And then it's just little details like that. I mean, like you could never. You could play the whole game and never even stumble upon these people. But there are fully fleshed out characters with incidental dialogue, just like nestled away in these darker corners of the game. Like the towns in Red Dead Redemption. Like you can walk down a side alley and there's something beautifully and lovingly created and crafted that you might completely miss.
Well, that's what they're so good at, isn't it? It's like making these places feel actually like alive and like stuff carries on when you're not there.
And it's a real shame because there are so many games that come out that just don't seem to have learned anything from Rockstar's world building, which is, second to none. Like the game Atomfall, set in Cumbria, like in the wake of a nuclear explosion of some description. I mean, I've been playing through it, and don't get me wrong, like it is beautifully designed, it's beautifully created. It's a wonderful environment to walk around, but it just feels a little lifeless. And the reason is that there's not that much attention paid to detail. And that's the problem. Like, I know it sounds really bad because the accomplishment in itself is amazing what they've managed to do with that game, but it's just more time, more detail. The reason why there are GTA games every fucking decade is because of the amount of work that goes into it.
Their how-to guide for this is like, step 1, spend $100 billion. Step 2, take more than a decade.
Yeah. But no one bothers with modern day games like GTA anymore, because what's the point? What's the point if you are 5 years into GTA's cycle, like GTA 5's cycle, and you can't still produce a game that is anywhere near as good as the game that's been out for 5 years and it's always consistently in the top 10 games?
Yeah, nobody can spend that money if they don't know they're going to make GTA money back. And
no one makes open world games that aren't fantasy or sci-fi anymore.
Because it's much easier to make something that is not what you experience on a day-to-day basis feel believable, or feel like it's right. But yeah, trying to get the minutiae of everyday life captured is a lot harder.
That is a really good point. That is actually such a good point, because I don't know if if any of you have been playing the Oblivion remake or remaster.
I'm still in the sewers, Tom. I've played a bit of it, but yeah,
it looks awesome. Like the world looks awesome, but it's so of a time. It's back when open worlds were, like you say, it was a fantasy setting, and there's nothing going on in the world. And even in the cities, there's nothing going on.
Yeah, it's small, isn't it? When you realize
it is. Well, it's not. It's a very big amount of space. Like the land is very big, but like
you go into a town and it's like 2 roads and 7 people, and they're like, "This is the bustling capital of Cyrodiil."
Yes, sure it is. It's literally meant to be the Imperial City with the white gold tower in the middle of it, and it's just like, where the fuck is everyone? There's
quick question.
Guards. Sorry,
that's right. So I've just realised we put the video on for the trailer as we were watching. Is Rockstar still based in Scotland?
They definitely have a presence there.
Not their development, I don't think, anymore. I think
they're all over the place.
They're now so global. But they did. I think they still. Oh, I did look this up. They were originally in Dundee, but I don't think they. I think they moved to Edinburgh.
They moved to Edinburgh. And I think they still have offices there, but they're so big now. But it's still like the writing team is predominantly British.
Yeah, it's crazy how American it feels.
But they like the immersion that they go and live there for months on end.
If you
walk
look
for
at
miles taking photos and stuff,
read the development credits at the end of GTA. I did sit down and watch it through. They have GTA offices. The development team is purely global. The entire thing is, but a lot of the actual mechanics and stuff is developed in the US, and then some of it's actually obviously in Asia, and then I think part of like Scotland doesn't really, or UK, Rockstar UK doesn't necessarily feature heavily, but I think some of the story development is.
Yeah, I think it's mainly the writing and narrative stuff.
Interesting.
I'm gonna have to stop it on this bit here, which everyone's losing their minds over. Have you seen this? The detail in the beer bottles that he's carrying.
The physics for the fucking bottle clinking.
Yeah,
it's unreal. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm just getting I'm
So
opening our
like if
channel up.
he's walking out of the 7-Eleven with a 6-pack,
Yeah.
and just the glass and the liquid in it is the best anyone has ever seen.
It's
a
fucking
game.
sad how excited I am about that.
But it does, like, they're obviously featuring this, and people have lost
Yeah.
their minds over it.
Do you
but
want to know something awesome?
You've never seen anything like that in a game.
You want to know something awesome that I didn't realise for a long time? So
What's that?
Havoc Physics. Do you remember Havoc Physics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did I mention this on on the last podcast? But Havoc Physics, like that made their really big name for themselves in Half-Life 2 and Max Payne 2.
Ding, ding, ding. There we go. Got to mention.
They got to mention. Well, no, actually, sorry, I don't think Havoc might have
Havoc
been. Anyway,
wasn't Half-Life.
no, Havoc was Max Payne 2 with all the boxes flying everywhere, rag dolls, all that kind of stuff. But also, like, I didn't realise. So Havoc Physics used to be on the intro logos of like most games, because most games engines would be
They licensed it from Rockstar. Yeah.
Havoc, and they'd license it in so that I didn't realise this, but Havoc don't just do physics; they do fabric movement according to wind, water, and they also do fluid movement. And like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom uses Havoc physics on all the fabrics,
Yeah.
and the waters,
Makes
and the
sense.
fluids and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised. This must be Havoc physics of some, Havoc who've done this of some, because they're like the name in physics and fabrics,
Yeah.
and waters.
Well, and
and fluid.
it's a Rockstar thing, isn't it? Havoc. I thought it was developed by Rockstar.
Was Havoc? I thought they bought them. I thought Havoc were a small company that were bought
because it was a big
up
part
by-
of GTA 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Max Payne 2's a Rockstar game.
Rockstar game, yeah.
Yeah,
So my
And so is Rockstar Table Tennis.
and so is Max Payne,
actually no, Rockstar.
and so is Max Payne 3.
Rockstar's table tennis was their like testing ground for that.
A load of their physics stuff.
The body, because it's all about like like your body has inertia and stuff. So when you like when you're like walking and stop, your character doesn't just go and freeze. You have that like momentum and weight behind you.
For
So that
about
makes
a
it
month,
more
it was also the best game you could get on Xbox 360 as well. Rockstar Table Tennis was like the one that you got.
Oh, I love the 360.
So yeah, the beer bottle
360
water
Yeah.
does look incredible.
It looks
It's
fucking
it
banging,
can't be a physics sim. It can't be doing that in real time at that level. It must be. It must be like a shader thing, where it's like it's not modeling fluid at that level. It's like just there's like a line that they've animated, and
So
it
that
sort
when
of,
you,
depending on how the bottle is being held, the bit above the line is glass, the bit below the line is beer. But it's like it just can't be a physics sim for. Like,
you reckon the noise though as well?
that's just sound design, isn't it? There's obviously a lot of effort gone into it.
But
but
it's-
fluid sims
yeah.
are incredibly computationally intense. You can't do it in real time.
Do we know? Because I know that logos and stuff like that and company names have been quite a topic of conversation from this trailer. People noticing all these things. Do the beers have a name? I couldn't see anything on the bottom.
Pisswasser, isn't it?
Yeah, there's
It's
like
Pisswasser.
they've
Yeah, there's
developed
loads
like
of
a
different ones,
whole
yeah.
ecosystem of brands over the years.
Yeah.
So you have like
there's craft
Pisswasser,
beers and stuff in it.
there's lager beer,
Yeah.
there's
Lager beer. Yeah, it is.
What's
It's lager beer.
there's like an American one that's meant to be like PBR.
Yeah.
It's Pisswasser, Strongbow,
Pisswasser, yeah.
Pendeo,
Yeah.
Patriot, and Lager beer.
Patriot beer.
Patriots,
Yeah.
yeah.
And-
And
Although
Pendejo
this
is
is-
like the Modelo, the Mexican import beer.
And although it isn't seen at the Rusty Anchor, we do see a couple of Lavazas beers as well.
Nice.
It's just on this list here.
Yeah, they've got like a whole sort of simulated ecosystem of economic stuff going on now.
Also, someone's pointed out that it says we also caught a glimpse of a concert poster at the Rusty Anchor for the band called the Hummers and the Strummers, who are playing at the Rusty Anchor on August the 24th. So maybe we'll get to catch them. Maybe these things, happen.
Wouldn't it be cool if there was like an internal calendar? So depending on like if you go to like the Rusty Anchor, which is obviously meant to be the dive bar, I'm assuming. Like you go there at a certain time on a certain day, there's bands playing, that kind of thing.
People are also speculating within this bar there's a piece of wood commemorating Hurricane Roxy. And they're asking if this might hint at extreme weather being a part of GTA 6, considering storms were in Red Dead Redemption 2.
I mean,
Quick
probably,
question.
looking at where it is, and it shows quite a lot of different weather conditions throughout the trailer.
Was Hurricane Roxy not what kept part of the island closed in Vice City?
What was the name of the?
Because there was a hurricane, wasn't it?
That was the
quite-
reason. Yeah, the bridges were closed.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's have a look.
I'm just
Vice
gonna
City.
point out another insane little detail that I've never seen done in a game before. The retro reflective strips on her
Fucking
high-vis
unreal.
jacket work.
Yeah.
So like that bit is reflecting the light back at the camera, but the rest of the jacket isn't. That's insane.
No.
Like nobody was going to say anything if they didn't do that.
No one cares.
Yeah. So they
Sorry, did you say no one cares?
No one cares. But they do it anyway.
Yeah.
And then we talk about it.
looks
We
like a
cover the
lot
future.
of what you're seeing. So like the bit at the start of the trailer where your landlord shows up and sends you out, like he's obviously shady in some way and sends you out to like, looks like you're collecting protection money or something.
I love how used the truck looks as well. It doesn't look like it's like they've just covered it in dirt. It just looks like everyday use. Like it just looks used. It doesn't look new. It doesn't look old. It just looks, hey, here's a truck and I use this a lot.
Yeah.
And I drive it in these environments, probably pretty dusty environments.
So that bit all screams like opening act of the game, doesn't it? Like that's when you're in GTA 5. That's when you're doing like all the car repo stuff.
What do you think she went down for?
On the website it says something like she was like fighting for her family or something. So I don't know if she's like wrongly imprisoned or it's just like a big misunderstanding or something. I mean, she's obviously
Maybe it's like
a
a
criminal.
sort of a gangland kind of thing. A little bit like Latin Kings or something like that, you know.
Also, it feels like they're kind of doing what I said they should do, which is the idea of like property expansion.
they're finally listening to you.
I know, right? Well done, Rockstar. Now you make some money, yeah. It feels like there's like a property expansion side of it, where you can buy like vast swathes of land and just build what you want on it.
Ooh, tracts of land. Yeah, sorry, we've just fallen into every podcast trope imaginable. Sorry.
Double baby.
Double baby.
Neo's a no-no.
Neo's a no-no.
Yeah.
Double baby for
Top
you.
Gun Maverick. I don't know.
Yeah. I found a article on Eurogamer.net which spoke about the tech that was on display, and I love the fact that the first paragraph is like, GTA 6 may not be coming out until May, but there's a lot of tech on display. And the first bit they could do is say the trailer was released in 4K at 30 FPS, right? With black bars producing an odd 20:9 aspect ratio, with text at the end of the trailer confirming it was recorded on a base PS5 instead of the more powerful PS5 Pro. Internal resolution counts came out at 1440p or 2560 by 1152 to be exact. That's 80% of the 1440 on the vertical axis. The trailer seems to be using a spatial upscaler, something like AMD's first generation FSR, characteristic curved look present in fine details. This means image quality is a little soft, but makes it more believable that the game is actually running on a base PS5, bearing in mind that the relatively realistic graphics, which actually quite a good indication, because the subtext there is you don't need to spunk out on a new PS5 or a new Xbox, whatever.
I'm going to, because I don't have an Xbox at the moment.
I am going to upgrade.
My Xbox One died and it hasn't been.
Oh no!
replaced yet. I think this was ages ago, but I wasn't using it. Like it was only being used to do the TV, so it's been replaced with a Chromecast.
Oh, me and my little boy are playing through all of the Halo campaigns at the moment, from start to finish, and we are loving it. And I honestly, if my Xbox died, I don't know what I'd do. I could
My
just touch a
Xbox-
link.
So
My Xbox kindly came from Dan. That has also died. But that is mainly because the boys kept on turning it on and off. They liked the light when they were younger.
I do
And so-
worry that that's what's going to happen. I do worry that the next time I turn it on is going to be the last time.
Yeah.
I think it just needs a reset. But
No,
I
I'm
don't
definitely
actually
gonna
know
have
how
to-
do that.
Because it's console only, and there won't be a PC version for a while, if previous activity is anything to go on. But yeah, I'm gonna have to invest in one. The only question is, do I
But-
put it in the living room, or do I put it in here? Probably gonna go in here.
Do you want to be able to play it, or do you want to watch more Below Deck?
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, you're
so
going to play.
like the TV isn't 4K, whereas I've got a nice
Don't tell Shara I
monitor in
said that,
here.
Russ, please.
So
So they're saying that the entire trailer is exceptional in terms of detail, but it's clear that ray tracing, global illumination, RTGI is responsible for a lot of the game's realistic look.
well, I mean, that's
Probably-
like saying like that. You can't just say ray tracing is responsible for it. It's a tool that they're using, in the same way that, like, you know.
Well, yeah, hence it's responsible. Hence it's
Yeah, but like
the
that's-
reason
that's like saying, you know, the Sistine. The brush was responsible for the Sistine Chapel. It's just a tool. Ray tracing isn't like this magic thing that just makes everything better with one click.
Yeah,
It's,
I mean, I think there's a bit more. I think I can understand your point. I think there's a lot more manipulation of the code and the
Which,
technology.
you know, has to be
that is required.
used well.
Yeah,
But yeah, it does. It does mean that things do look a lot more realistic, and light behaves much more, you know, how you'd expect it to.
Trailer 2 shows off transparency reflections far better.
Are
These
you
ray
on
tra-
some like incredibly detailed nerdy technical
Yeah,
breakdown?
I'm on
of it?
an article on Eurogamer.
What does it say about the bum physics, Tom?
Hang on, Arse Physics,
The-
Arse Physics.
People's skin looks incredible.
Beyond
Yes.
this
Yeah.
shot, so it's saying it's wild to see how well the glass beer bottles are rendered in scenes at 42 seconds and 2 minutes and 9
No.
seconds.
No, we want about the bum. The bum wiggles
hang
are
on,
phenomenal.
with bubbles rising to the surface, the liquid sloshing around, ambient lighting of the environment producing a realistic glow. Rockstar's
Boring.
known for blah blah. Think about muscles. While the game handles ray trace reflection, it looks like shadows are handled well. For example, at 142, you can see shadows for the draw handles in the background are disconnected from the handles themselves, which is a common issue of other game engines. There's also some aliasing visible, and that's interesting that they've noticed that. Right. Bums. Right. Okay, here we go. Another place where Rockstar are pushing the boat out in terms of character and hair rendering. A monumental quality leap here is evident in GTA 6 with high fidelity characters and particularly more dynamic hair rendering. When Lucia rolls on the bed at 11 seconds and her hair whips around realistically, there's another twirl at 25 seconds. This suggests a strand-based hair system is in play rather than a more traditional card-based system and allows for more diversity of hairstyles. There's optimizations for sweat beading is possible with liquid rendering from the sweat beading on the brow of the hostage. Baggier clothing looks wet. Arm hair. The muscular man. It doesn't say that. Oh, it does say though. It also likely means that the game, considering the technology in it, will be too big for Switch 2. Based on what we know about the T239 chip the Nintendo handheld is based around, even running at 30 FPS and with a lower internal resolution.
It won't run on the Switch 2.
It won't run on Switch 2. But it doesn't say anything about bum physics. Let's have a look and see if... I'm just going to hack into
we've
the
seen
NATO
bum physics.
mainframe.
We can just watch it. And
We'll
talk about
gloss
it.
over that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
in
fine.
general, it's like if you look at the characters in GTA 5, like watch the cutscenes, the skin just looks like Play-Doh or something. It just, you know, there's no subsurface scattering. There's no sort of like pore detail or anything like that. It was really, really good for the time, but it was 2013, wasn't it, when the last one came out?
Yeah.
This just looks amazing for stuff that is being rendered real time, as opposed to, you know, let's render one frame, wait 25 minutes, get the next frame.
I love
That's really
the
impressive.
misty kind of like the picture you got up. I know we're slightly ahead of what's on YouTube, but the picture you got up at the moment with the misty kind of feel to it with the lighting, and then the tailgate lights on the truck itself. It just looks fantastic. And then what I like is those lights look very different from the light that's illuminating what looks like a garage door to the left-hand side of it as well.
Yeah, so the reason I'm stopping this bit is it looks like we're going to get to do the Fast and Furious 5 safe pull through a city.
Oh my god, yeah, I didn't even notice that.
So you are clearly driving a truck with it looks like a safe being yanked along behind it, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
They're calling it the AAA game from the future.
It's sort of like it is. This is sort of almost like on a different level to everything else. Just the
they reckon
time
the
and the
most-
money that gets invested in this.
They reckon most commercially available graphics cards that we have right now will not be able to cope with it, which is why console gaming is going to be such an easier way to play this game than trying to build a behemoth monolith deep thought style computer that can actually handle it.
Well, that's the good thing about doing it for consoles is you can target a very specific hardware set. So you don't need to worry about it being supported by a whole range of things and people being able to fiddle with sliders and stuff. That makes it a lot harder to optimize, which is why the PC version takes a lot longer to come out.
There is also an interesting thing when you look at when this trailer was released. It's exactly a year ago, pretty well. Not exactly a year ago, pretty well. It's roughly a year ago since the first trailer was released. And then they've gone, games coming out in a year's time. So that's giving them that degree of cushion. It is a good build-up. There will definitely be end of this year. Here's one.
Here's all they need to do. First trailer needs to tell everyone, don't worry, we're fucking working on it. Second trailer shows off what they're doing, and then, release it. That's that clip there on the bike, Russ.
Yeah.
With the reflection in the sunglasses.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's quite crazy.
It's fucking cool. I like that.
I really like the drive-by of seeing the lights, the police, and I haven't got the YouTube video up because my laptop's being a bit rubbish today. But when you're driving past the police and you're seeing all the detail of the artwork, the graffiti is amazing. But we were talking about the lights, but it's more watching and going, all right, here's the everyday details, not just say the clinking of the bottles, but it's the interaction of the people. It could be a cutscene, but all the way through it, it's the busyness. How busy, Tom did allude to it with the Oblivion and how quiet a place is, but
sparse it feels,
it
how
feels
busy is
full
that?
of stuff, doesn't it? This.
It feels living. Like if you play the original Vice City, it's like you'll encounter a few people walking down the street. You'll encounter a few cars.
And like you could only ever have like 4 cars on the screen at a time, so it didn't really feel like a busy city. And they were always the same car, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like once you were in a car, all the other cars would be the same one because they obviously couldn't load that many different models at once or something.
Apparently, the phone numbers that do appear, you can call them in GTA 5. So the phone numbers that appear on ads within the trailer, you can actually use in GTA 5. They link to actual things.
Yeah, you could do that in the last one, couldn't you?
So
see,
they
like
really
websites and stuff that you could go to.
And so they've continued that really good linking. I love the TV ad. Like feels I think the way they've done the TV, it really does look like a TV. I know that sounds stupid, but they've really made within a game to look like a TV.
Where you see the ammunition advert.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It looked like one of the best ways of having a TV done in a game.
Well, there's always
what I mean. Like it looks like a TV.
For the last couple, you've been able to watch TV shows and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, but like the screen, it's the way it watches as TV. Instead of like, you're watching something on a TV in a game previously because you can see the outline of the TV. In this, it's independent of the fact that you're watching TV. It's because it looks like a TV ad, rather than just because you can see that it's a TV. You must be watching the TV. I'm not really getting across, but it's the detail.
It feels like the sort of thing you might see on some random channel. Yeah. with a couple of sassy seagulls walking past. So this shot that it's on, it looks like the you're just vegging out in your apartment bit, which has kind of always been a thing. It's quite interesting. There is clearly a games console next to the TV and a controller on the table.
Yeah.
So this does sort of suggest like you're going to be able to play games in the game.
But if I can play
Vice
Midnight
City
Club,
and Vice City.
if I can play no, even better, if I can just play Midnight Club LA again. Okay? That's all I want in my life. I fucking love that game. I will spend my entire time playing put Midnight Club I fuck this. Put Midnight Club LA in this game, you fucking cowards. Like, just do it, because now all I want to do is play that. I wonder if I can get it. I hadn't
Why
thought about
not?
the game until this moment.
That was a roller coaster of emotions that
Have
just
you
happened
played
right
Midnight
there.
Club LA?
I never played Midnight Club.
No,
It's
Project
close.
Gotham Racing instead.
I was too busy smashing and hooking up because I was pretty.
No, you weren't. You've just been nerding out over graphics and so on. Oh, that's really interesting.
No,
So
I was playing
yes.
Unreal Tournament.
Yeah,
Okay, Midnight Club LA was about as close as it got to an actual Fast and Furious game. Like, you genuinely felt a bit Fast and Furious-y.
I do remember this.
It was a lot of fun, and you can convert your car, and it was stupid, and there was only like 12 cars in it or something. But like, it felt, I don't know, it was so much fun. Put Midnight Club LA in the game. Come on, Rockstar, please.
it would be quite fun if you could play GTA 1.
I'd be surprised if they put GTA games, but nothing stopping them putting things like Bully or Rockstar Table Tennis, aforementioned.
That's what I was going to
Max
say.
Payne.
That'd be great.
No, it will probably be some really good game that they've built just to go in this.
That's exactly what it will be. You're
So
absolutely
it wouldn't
right.
like, unless it was like a proper like end of you've 100% of the game Easter egg. It would kind of break the reality if you could play GTA Vice City in GTA 6.
But that's why you want Midnight Club LA in it.
Yeah.
Or
Just look,
GTA 5.
just look at how shiny this sweaty man is.
That
is
shiny.
really good.
Yeah.
That's where it does say, I've seen a couple of
Oh, look at
articles.
that.
They don't go into too much detail, but they do say that most character bodies are jiggly in all the right places.
Well, and they'll put a lot more
Now
effort,
and
obviously,
everything
into
in between.
the main characters'
Alright.
ones.
Hmm.
So, like, I've seen people speculating about stuff like even that, like your suntan will develop depending on what clothes you're wearing. So, if you wear t-shirts, you'll get suntan on your lower arms, but your upper arms will stay paler. Stuff like that, which will be a lot of fun.
I have to say that the main character, Lucia, is incredibly hot.
Yeah.
Like, we are getting to that stage of, couple a very realistic human form with a
Human form.
decent a human form with a decent AI behind it, and you do have a very good reason why a lot of people wouldn't leave their bedrooms. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not this is what I see. Like, there's even if you can live an entire life inside a game like this because it looks so great, and then we're kind of taking that next step, aren't we?
I don't know, man. I
that's
don't think
perhaps
that's
a bit of
ever
it.
anything that's going to happen.
There's
Like,
going
it's-
to
not
be
me,
people.
not me.
There's going to be people,
other people.
mistreating this game. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But
100%. I heard that there were already Rule 34 images and gifs of Lucia already.
If there weren't, then they'd been very
probably
slow.
the internet's nothing if
Yeah.
not reliable.
Yeah, literally like within seconds of the trailers dropping, boom, straight in. It's absolutely mad how quickly this stuff happens.
That Tom Petty song better be in this game as well. I better have to listen to that while I'm playing Midnight Club LA. That's what I'm saying. Get on it, Rockstar. Come on.
Or I want. Get rid
I
of
want
everything
to-
else.
I want to be able to do what you used to be able to do with the Grand Theft Auto games on like your Xbox and stuff like that. Was to fill a folder with your own music so that you could flick to a radio channel that would
Oh yeah, you
play
could have
your
like
tunes.
a radio
That's
station
awesome.
that is your own playlist, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
which
then
I
you won't,
really
you won't have
loved.
the because like there's all that sort of stuff to look forward to. The DJs, the radio adverts, all that kind
Yeah.
of
God.
nonsense.
I just drive round listening to the talk shows.
Yeah.
That's the best thing of it. But I like not even the music. I just listen to the talk shows.
Fernando,
Yeah.
Maurice
It's so good.
Chavez.
Yes.
Maurice Chavez. See, and this is what I mean about world building. These tiny details, these inconsequential things that you might just skip past and never ever listen to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
also in GTA 4, there were comedy clubs where you could literally walk in and sit down and watch Ricky Gervais do a like 3 to 5 minute set
Yeah.
of jokes.
Yeah.
Like it was, it was just mental. Like you might not even ever see this, but it's in there. Like God only knows what is going to be in.
Well,
this.
you could go to the movies in the last one and
could go to the
watch
movies.
films,
and watch
Yeah.
a film. Yeah.
and they were like 20 minutes long.
yeah.
Absolutely insane. And again, nobody was gonna complain if. Oh, what? You mean you can't actually go to the movies? This is rubbish.
I have one request for this game.
Mm-hmm.
I would like Kent Paul back in this game,
I
please.
do want Kent Paul back in the game. I know they don't go a bundle on like repeating characters.
Yeah.
That was
like,
Danny Dyer's character.
Yeah.
It
wasn't
was Danny Dyer's character,
Yeah.
yeah. Like early Danny Dyer as well.
Yeah.
Like,
So he was.
He
in,
said it was
He was
one
in
of the
Vice
best
City,
roles
and then
he's
he was
ever
in
played.
San Andreas as well.
was he in San Andreas as well?
Yeah,
was
he
in
was like
briefly,
the
yeah.
record producer.
That's right.
With
Three Dog. No, it's not Three Dog.
Three Dogs is Fallout.
Three Dog is Fallout. Three Dog is Fallout 3. Dog.
It is. Yeah. Ow!
but wasn't it like Sean Ryder or someone was the
It was something
Yes,
like that.
it
Yeah.
was
was.
the,
It
the
was
music
Sean
act
Ryder,
that he was
yeah.
like
Debbie
producing.
Harry was in that game as well,
Debbie
wasn't she?
Harry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of that. I think there's a reason. The reason. So the landlord that you're talking to at the start, that's voiced by Stephen Root.
That's cool.
And there's probably a reason you haven't heard a lot of the other major NPCs talking yet, because they don't want to give away who's playing them. Because if you go
Well,
on the
ironically,
web,
they probably don't want to do an Oblivion and be like, "Don't worry, Patrick Stewart's in this game," and then you play it, and it's like, and he
seconds.
doesn't make it out the sewer.
but yes, if you go on, like, if you look at the IMDb listing for it, there is one person listed, and that's Stephen Root so far. That's
pretty
They
awesome.
don't have a clue who's in it. And if you look on the website, there's a whole bunch of people listed who you haven't heard talking yet.
I have some requests for other things I'd like to see in this game.
Oh yeah.
I would like the porn studio to have shut down thanks to Pornhub or something along those lines. I want a memorial for the tower that blows up in Vice City.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the porn studio has diversified and is now in itself a digital studio.
Yeah, in someone's bedroom or something
In
like
someone's
that.
bedroom, yeah.
Same company though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens to
Dennis
the big...
Hopper, wasn't it?
It was,
It was
yeah.
Dennis Hopper,
Just
yeah.
focus on the poontang. He was the guy who was trying to like shoot Jaws in a porn film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the giant shark comes on and just bites his dick off. 12 inches. That is regulation, baby.
That's regulation, baby.
I want to see what's happened to the giant house that was your house as Tommy Vercetti.
That's it. I think there probably won't be much of that.
No, because a lot will have changed probably. It's probably turned into flats.
Yeah. And just the geography won't match up. So, like, you know, when in GTA 5, Grove Street was kind of there, but it was different. It wasn't the same place.
Oh, it was. You could still go to Grove Street.
Yeah, you could still go to it, but it didn't look the same. The houses weren't the same. It was in a different part of the like the geography of what was happening around it was all different.
But it had also been taken over by the other gang, hadn't it? Grove Street was now no longer Grove Street family. It was taken over
they're
by-
not mentioned at all.
No.
But then, like, also, like, the whole sort of like the OG gang scene has kind of collapsed by the time of GTA 5.
Yeah.
Yes. Precipitated by the riots, wasn't it? The Tenpenny riots.
But yeah, so like there'll be some nods to Vice City, but yeah, you're not going to see like wholesale recreation of much of the.
Was that the first one that had a proper airport in it? Or was that... Did GTA 3 have an airport?
GTA 3 had an airport, didn't it? But you could fly a plane in Vice City.
Yeah.
It was rubbish.
Rubbish, but you could.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing like the fact that you can literally fly an Airbus in GTA 5.
I also love the cheat to get the longest distance in Vice City with the tank, like from the ramp, by turning the turret around and firing as you're driving.
Yeah.
And you just speed up and speed up and speed up and speed up until you like launch yourself. Yeah.
Oh yes, I do remember that bit. You could jump across, couldn't you? Jump across from one island to the other.
I did that regularly. You'd land in the police station and get like a, yeah.
And also, it was just the easiest way, you know, rather than arsing around to go down to the bridge, you could just literally just hop across there. Like it was just your morning commute was to put your car's suspension through hell.
Yeah. Walk away from an exploding car. Morning, Jeff.
Do you think you get? I mean, that bum wiggle will be one of Dan's favourite bits.
You've mentioned
also,
it more than I have, Duncan. I'm just going to put that one out there.
I mean, I would watch it on a loop.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, yeah. It's a bum.
Oh, I like the police bit, like the chatting of obviously police corruption is key in everything, but I do like the fact that you're meant to, well, you maybe have to do some work for the police or be a side thing.
Looks like that's going to be sort of one of the the factors in all this. Is going to be some sort of gang of corrupt cops.
I quite also like the idea that you have to do community service and litter picking.
Oh, that will definitely be a side game.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a thing, isn't it?
So you'll spend like the first half hour, you'll just be Jason going around doing like money collection and intimidating protection victims or whatever for your skeezy landlord, and then she'll get out of jail and there'll be a whole bunch of like she has an ankle tag on at first, which will probably be what stops you going to places they don't want you to go to yet.
What a fucking great way of doing it as well.
Clever.
If they're going to do that. They didn't do it in GTA 5, did they? You could just go wherever you wanted. But if they do choose to like limit you, or it might be that like he can go places but she can't for a while, things like that.
I think also it's easy to forget that like there have been some quite technically awesome games that have done some quite interesting stuff even on the PS4, and that this feels like quite a nice evolution. Like you think about like the last Nathan Drake, A Thieves Tale, like the technology in that to generate all that lovely looking water, the beaches, the sand, like there's all these little elements of technology that have been developed, all these landscapes that you can almost feel like a game, the breadth of which GTA 6 represents is almost like a culmination of all these things that people have been trying and including. Like, I mean, The Last of Us 2, technologically absolutely amazing. Like the landscapes, the different weather environments. Like I love. I genuinely cannot wait for this because I mean, you know, if there is ever going to be, like Brooke has said in the comments, this is like art. Like it's not like art, like it is art. Like this is art in the most highest form of expression, like literally holding a mirror up to our world, and trying to recreate it in digital environment is fucking awesome, because these are the kind of things that eventually our brain's going to populate, just like the Matrix. So
why do you keep bringing that up? That's not what's going to happen. You know that, right?
I've been waiting for you.
Watching Black Mirror.
I've been waiting for you, Neo.
It's gonna
You thought it was machines at the end here? No,
mute
it's just
him.
me.
There we go.
Me, Dan. I am the architect. You are Neo.
I feel
You
like,
need to return to the source.
you mentioned
Dan.
the Drake's Fortune games, which are like they look incredible and everything's so detailed, but those games are incredibly linear.
Just sculpted, yeah.
You know, you are basically walking down a corridor. There's crazy shit happening all around, but you can't stop and be like, I'm going to go over there. Actually,
Oh, you can in bits.
you can't though, can you?
No, you can't. Though.
Whereas in it,
not
you know,
really.
Anywhere you see in this, you can go there.
Yeah.
Which has always been sort of the appeal of these things. You spot
The
something.
fact that you
can
might
wander
be able
over
to
and
stay
see
in a
what it is.
motel is quite fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you could in 5 anyway in that, I think. Yeah,
Yes.
lots of gunfights in 5, didn't you? I might play 5 again at some point.
I mean, it's very good.
It is, isn't it?
But you've already done that 5 times before, Dan.
Yeah.
You are the one. This is the 6th.
Haven't 100%ed it.
Oh, here we
have
go.
you?
Brooke says, I say like as a comma, and I'm an educated American. That's not true. You're an incredibly well-educated American. But, yeah, I get it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't realise. No,
Yeah.
okay, fine. I misread that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Exactly. You're definitely going to be able to work out on like a Venice Beach kind of situation, aren't you? So,
By the way, that's how
Miami.
hippies in the UK used to speak as well. Like, this is
How I
like
speak. I
art,
still speak
man.
like that. Yeah.
Like, it was how Neil, didn't it? Neil
Yeah.
from The Young Ones was like, it's
Yeah.
like art, man.
Only pop music will save us now, man.
Yeah.
I only know that because the clip I keep watching is that when he's introducing the Damned. But yeah.
I like the bit where he has a toke on a bong and disappears up to the moon and meets the Smash robots,
Oh, yes.
who then throw a stick of dynamite at him to send him back to Earth.
I've rolled a d20 and rolled a natural one. I think I need to. Yeah. This game looks fucking great. Like, it's.
Yeah.
I love the idea that you can have like all the, like the little, the smaller boats as well. You can be going down little waterways and stuff like that. And yeah.
It's going to be
Straight
really
to my bets,
exciting.
yeah.
It's going to be really exciting, yeah.
If we've got a Manatees jersey, let's give us a football game as well that you can go watch.
That would
If
be
they-
interesting, actually. Yeah, if you go watch a game of football.
Yeah.
If they do that as clothing merch, I'm getting a Manatees jersey.
It's
somebody
too
will probably
close
be
to a
making them
Dolphins
already.
jersey for me to say, no, I'm not going to do that. So yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit like they're like the people who make the Aldi knockoff brands.
Yeah.
They're very good at like skirting just close enough to avoid trademark infringement.
Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Pisswasser. Brilliant. Shall we wrap this up?
Can I mention a couple of things?
You can mention a couple of things.
Okay, I watched Thunderbolts, and
Yeah,
my
I
overwhelming
need to go-
feeling at the end of it was,
need to go
"We're
see that.
back, baby! NCU is back, and it is fucking incredible."
It feels like
And
the
it is,
reaction
yeah.
to Thunderbolts is what they've been like counting on and hoping for like the last 7 movies.
Yeah, and they've done it, and it's so fucking good. It is my favorite film since Endgame.
Ooh, like MCU film.
Yeah, not my favorite film. There's other films that I've enjoyed more, but like this one's and also Andor is now
So
up
good.
there as one of my favorite sci-fi TV series. It is
Yeah.
fucking incredible. It
I
is-
saw some
yeah,
wiener on the internet going, this is Star Wars. I don't want an hour exploring the ritualistic marriage customs of this planet I've never heard of. To which the answer is, fuck off. Yes, you do. This is magnificent.
yeah. You are missing the subtle undertones of what's actually going on there.
I've only seen the first couple
whole
of episodes. so
episode is
spoiler-
actually a deconstruction of the concept of ritual and showing how it will inevitably succumb to chaos, you dingus.
Also, she's going through a lot.
Yeah.
Rotten
I do love that
Tomatoes.
episode ends up with just pissed mother at wedding.
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes scoring has Andor Series 1 and Andor Series 2, or 1 and 2, as the highest rated Star Wars.
Yeah, that's because Rotten
Rotten
Tomatoes
Tomatoes.
is almost exclusively people our age rating stuff.
Like,
Yeah,
my palate
apart from
cleanses.
Rogue One is 8th.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
but
always even
Everyone
lower
will
than that.
watch Andor and then watch Rogue One and then reevaluate.
I rewatched Rogue One. It's more heartbreaking now. Rogue One is more heartbreaking because I got to know the fucker. Like, yeah, you know he dies, Tom.
Yes, I do, but spoiler warnings because I already liked him. I feel like I'm going to love him by the end of this and feel even more upset.
The last episode. I'm not going to. This is no spoilers. I physically couldn't stop myself from crying. Like I was like a baby. And I had to go to the cinema, so I had to stop and like try and compose myself before I got in a car. Because I went to see Warfare. I liked it.
Dry your eyes,
it's-
mate.
Yeah. Warfare is really good. I watched it in a very loud cinema. So every time they used the words show of force, I was like, because that was incredibly loud. But it was like a situation that was done in real time. So like the film itself is like an hour and a half, and it's them going through.
They've Jack Bauered it.
Kind of, yeah. Except it's not very Jack Bauer because it's very,
Realistic.
yeah. When something explodes, everyone's like, I think I'm fucked. I think that's done me in. Not in like a because it's hit them kind of way, but in a holy shit kind of way. Like they are in genuine shock. It's really, really good.
You said
well
hit
worth watching.
them, didn't you? Not Hitler.
Well, yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Why would I say Hitler?
I don't know. Sorry.
A bomb goes off and someone goes, "Oh my god, I think that's Hitler."
Oh god! Oh god! It's Hitler! Oh god! Hitler's back. Yeah, we don't want that.
No, probably for the best.
Probably for the best. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to end.
Yeah. So a mere year to wait if they
Can't
keep,
fucking wait.
if they keep to this deadline. But honestly, they should take as long as they want. And it sounds like a big part of why they pushed it back is because they are not. They are refusing to get into a crunch situation, which is good.
Yep.
Because if you remember a couple of years ago, there was a lot of criticism of the industry around that.
Nerds, you can wait for your fucking game. Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like nothing gets the nerds frothing better than a lovely, great big dose of the hype train.
Yeah.
And GTA games are absolutely like the sort of cinema trailer hype trains of the modern age. Like the funny thing is, it'll be like Cyberpunk's hype train, but we'll actually deliver on it.
It will actually get to the station.
You will actually get the stuff
To Hype Central.
Yeah, exactly. Still haven't forgiven CD Projekt Red for Cyberpunk's hype train. Like the game was fun, but the hype train don't need it.
Yeah, the game was
Anyway,
fun 2 years after it was released.
It was too, yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Yeah. You just have to be patient with these things. Why don't you just delay it for another 2 years? Get it really good.
I love that they kept releasing trailers telling us what to expect, and then they blamed people for expectations being too high.
Yeah.
For why it wasn't what they wanted it to be.
You didn't believe it was actually going to have the things that we said it was going to have in it, did you?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
well, yeah, we cannot be held responsible for the expectations we didn't manage.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just you people.
You just
You
expect too
understand,
much.
this is just
Why
business.
did you expect what we said we were going to do?
Yeah,
Like, fucking unreal.
that we said we were going to do and promised that we were going to do. Why do you people?
Yeah,
You make me
unreal.
sick. Unreal.
Engine
Anyway,
5.
Unreal 5, yeah. real was it ray tracing lighting? Real liquid
You
simulation.
don't give a shit about ray tracing anymore.
No, you don't hear about it too much.
No.
It's just part of the fabric of everything now. It's not
Yeah.
such a special thing as it was, but
Yeah.
it's still very much part of the AAA development tool set.
I hope Ray's gone on to freehand drawing now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Or at the very least got himself a sketchbook.
Yeah. You don't have to trace everything.
Spirograph.
Yeah.
A spirograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop
Basic
tracing,
a
mate.
basic compass set. Just
I have
do a lot of
faith. I have
circles.
faith in you, Ray. You don't have to.
Colour
Trace it.
by numbers.
Yeah.
Just get yourself some acrylic paints.
One last comment on Andor. A lot of it's set on Coruscant, and every time I hear Coruscant, more like Coruscant.
Look at these whippy chappies. Get taken to the air above Coruscant.
Are you a chorus can or a chorus can't?
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coruscant. More like Coruscant. So good. That was one of your crowning jokes that I still love to this day, Dan. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Anyway, sorry, I'm going a bit too gushy there. Anyway, there we go. There is a little bit of a breakdown of all things we enjoyed from the trailer, all the things we'd like to see. A little bit on Andor, a little bit on the other film that Dan mentioned, which was
Thunderbolts. Go see it.
Thunderbolts.
It's excellent.
Yes, it's good. I've heard good things.
Oh.
I've spoken to a guy at work
I'm
today,
gonna go see
so
it
it was
next
very
week.
good.
Go see Sinners as well. That's fucking incredible.
Go see Sinners.
Yeah.
There we go. So if you want to share any of your news, views, or
You don't. You're
opinions,
racist. Just gonna
Yeah.
point that one out. Yeah.
if you want to share any of your news, views, and opinions with us, please do go to our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Use the handle at TMTOOH. And if you go to our Instagram, you will find in the bio a link to our Discord server where you can add all of this stuff as well. We'd love to hear from you. Your, as I said, news, views, and opinions about GTA 6. Got a year to go. Let's fill it up with some chat. Anyway, we're going to say goodbye to Russ.
Laters.
And say goodbye to Duncan.
Cheery bye.
Goodbye, Handies. We're going to say goodbye
Goodbye,
to
Handies.
Dan.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me, Tom. And on that note, we cue the music.